Okay, so it's a G period. We're coming up on a high tide in less than a half an hour at the nearest maritime location. It's a positive 3.5 day lunar unit. So it's a totally life-giving time right now. A super positive unit right now in the cycles of life. So I just had the most powerful, the most wonderful thing happen. For a second, I had a bad idea. And then, but see, then it was gone, because what happened was, see, I had a dream once, fire burn it. And so because I know that we have dreams, and sometimes we always live the good ones, actually. Sometimes when you have a thought and it's like, it's based on a dream you had. See, dreams are not definitive. Even though we may be, oh my God. Okay. Dreaming are like, okay, having good dreams and then living our good dreams. This just happens. Even though there is the following to be noted, that though dreams may be super divinely inspiring, they are not actually necessarily definitive. Ooh, see, what am I saying right now? And I wonder why I'm wondering if my speech, if my speech, or what I'm basing my speech on, is a manipulation coming from the outer world, from... Okay, hold on. Let me check this. Right, because we have to create and emanate and dictate and yetzer and form and create from within. So it is coming from within. Is that, for a second, I had this thought go through my mind, and it was, but then, because it was based on a dream. But you have to know that even though we have beautiful dreams that are just divinely inspired, and we see how sometimes and often, and really actually it's the good ones that we live, dreams are not necessarily definitive. They are not. They are musings of the mind, but there are some things that are higher divine aspirations and expressions of the desire of the soul that we have in dreams, that then we live, because it's like divine destiny working out. So that being said, now, it was like, remember from the Kebrana guest that the devil has no power whatsoever except to cause a bad idea. And then when I had the idea, I stopped. I didn't think anything for a second. And then what happened was, what was it that happened? It was like, I remembered something. Wait a minute. I remembered something that I was thinking about just before this, that though dreams are very powerful, they are not definitive. Right, the future. The moonlight, hallelujah. The future is actually unwritten. Even though there's a fulfillment of biblical prophecy and a script, the Holy Bible, etc., the future, see, that is all, oh man, how do I explain this now? Okay, wait a minute. So there's a way to do this. Listen. Okay, first of all, dreams are not definitive, necessarily. The question is if you act on them, or something like that. So like ultimately, only your good dreams will actually manifest, and you'll have a deja vu where you're living your good dream. Because this has happened to me a lot. Okay, so what I'm saying though now is that even though there's a biblical prophecy and a timeline, and it seems like there's a definite set destiny according to God's will for the universe, that is correct. But that all, what is described in the Holy Bible, even like the final judgment day and all of these things, it's like, remember, God is above time, and also there's a mysterious way where it's as if the past, the present, and the future, and the linear time-space continuum are actually all merged and re-emerging in the present moment eternally. Now, I know this is true. So, like, there are some things that already happened according to the Holy Biblical Script within our personal experience that is actually what's also perceived as the linear time-space continuum, including the future and what's going to happen. It's like a personal timeline too, for your progress from like alpha to omega and so on, like from beginning to end and new beginning. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. There we go. That I think that explains it in terms that humanity can somehow even comprehend, because I'm trying to express something that is so. Yeah, it makes sense. So now, so the reason why I just deleted a 32-minute vlog that I made because of storage space, because this, what I realize now, is even more important. This had to do with discipline of the mind, and that is really the ultimate victory, because the only enemy is the goddamn devil, and we know that the devil has no power whatsoever except to cause a bad idea to flourish. So fire burn, bad mind. Now here's the thing though. See, the only hindrance is like no one can stop you except yourself and your mindset. So if you have the right discipline of the mind, and this was just sparked by what just happened. I was just looking up the road here and I was thinking, and then I had a thought about something, and it was based on something that I dreamt once that was fire burn it. But see, then I remembered something I had just said on a post that I made. I've been posting on the app because I'm out in the woods, and it's offline. So what I'll do is I'll post on the Instagram app, and then when I go to town on the internet, it'll upload. And what I had said was that the future is unwritten in terms of that we're actually writing it now. We're actually, so like a lot of the time, because of how we've seen our good dreams actually manifest into reality, we sometimes might think that dreams are definitive, but there aren't. Some of them, the good ones, seem to be, and I've seen them approximately, like manifest to a degree where I felt that I had a deja vu. But the thing is that, dreams, right? Dreams are not necessarily definitive. They do not necessarily predict. So what actually predicts the future and makes the future, because what is the future? See, that's right. That's good that we touched on the linear time-space continuum idea, because actually it doesn't exist. It's just somehow a type of method that we have to kind of go forward in life. Because if I were to tell you that, listen, the past, the present, and the future, they have to do with our perception of the present moment that is actually eternity all the time, based on the language we're using and the grammar and the times and the tenses in the language. So it's actually nothing other than a linguistic concept. This entire thing, see, I've known this, I've had this, I've realized this time and time again, and yet now it's really becoming clear to me. That's why the discipline of Ital's speech is so important, that we keep good speech. Because if you have a good conversation right now, all the time, you're always actually having everything good, because the way you speak makes things the way they are in the moment. And the moment is what makes up this moment right now and forever, actually, because the past, the present, and the future is really it's almost like an illusion, and it has to do with language. I was, I am, I will be, and so on. Okay, well that's like a name of God, Baruch Hashem, but what I'm trying to say is that it's like we're above time now. God is above time. So the thing is that actually the linear time-space continuum with the past, the present, and the future, it's based on our perception of the eternity of the moment. And of course, there's day and night, yesterday, tomorrow, etc. There's the cycles of life. Yet this whole idea that it's kind of, isn't it ridiculous? Think about it. All the time, at any given point in time, you're thinking about the past, the present, or the future. Yet actually the only thing there really is the moment. But see, the thing is that actually the past, the present, and the future are all in this sort of a ongoing state of re-emergence and regeneration in the moment. You can see this in language too. It will have been a good day. Today was a good day. I just got up. Today was a good day. We will always have been Irie. Oh, really? Yeah? Really? So we just force the time-space continuum with language to make the future a certain way? And the past? Was that in the past or in the future? You tell me. No, really. It was all good. Oh, really? When was that? So this happened in the past because it was all good. Yet that was like, but so wait a minute, but the past didn't happen right now. Did it happen in the future? Like, seriously, listen. It was all good, right? Everything was always Irie. Okay, when was that? Everything was always Irie. Hold on a second. So it was in the past, and it always was. So it's like, it's past, present, and future Irie. Okay. See, this is where it becomes interesting because you start to figure out that a lot of the ideas, and it has to do with the languages that we were taught, they are limited.